It's our expert handlers, Brandon Eslick, Watson, Noble, and Noble, the group responsible for bringing this rattlesnake to the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt this year. And we're going to try and stretch him out as best we can. The cool weather will affect the stretching of these snakes to some extent, so you'll see Jared there patting him on his stomach. That's a technique used to try and relax the snake as much as possible so that they can stretch him from nose to tail and get the longest length possible. Our first entry of the day, the team of Watson, Noble, and Noble brings this one to Winoka, Oklahoma. 61 1/4, the measurement of the first snake. The team of Watson, Noble, and Noble, 61 1/4 inches in length. Now the rattlesnake, like I mentioned earlier, a member of the pit viper family, so rattlesnakes do tend to hang out together. A lot of times you'll be very lucky if you see just one in and around any given area. They do hibernate. Snakes, in fact, like to get underground. We've got a lot of cavernous area out on the Red Bluffs here in northwest Oklahoma, and the snakes find nice places to get down and hibernate all year long. Now, you can find snakes from as early as the first part of March when they start to come out of hibernation, and they've been spotted in South Texas all the way through the end of December. So the hibernation period for snakes is relatively short. The rattlesnake, one species of snake that does have live young. Most snakes lay eggs. Rattlesnakes do in fact have eggs, but the female of the species carry the eggs inside until they hatch. So when baby rattlesnakes are born, they are born alive, and they're about 10 inches long. A rattlesnake can birth anywhere from 4 to 20 young snakes at a time, which again just continues to add to the number in the species. Second snake being placed up here on the board. This snake by Mr. Sean Toon, the maker of our fine snake catchers displayed up here on the stage. Sean Toon brings this one. 46 inches in length. 46 inches long. Not gonna best our first snake of the day. Mayhew and Shale, the team that brought the next rattler out for measurement, as our experts very cautiously, I hope, get him out of the box. Sell, Mayhew and Sell. Our two measured snakes today, 61 1/4 inches long, 46 inches long. So to best first place, you're gonna have to do better than 61 1/4 inches. Let's go to the tail of the tape. 44 1/4. 44 1/4, good enough to move them into third place right now. Another entry for the team of Watson, Noble, and Noble making its way to the board. Watson, Noble, and Noble have first place so far in the snake measuring today. Their first snake, 61 1/4 inches long, and that's the best so far.
Quarter.
51 1/4, the official measurement for the second entry of Watson, Noble, and Noble. 51 1/4. That's good enough for second place. So the team of Watson, Noble, and Noble right now sitting among the top two spots. Okay, those four entries make up the entirety of our Prairie Rattler division, with the winners being Watson, Noble, and Noble at 61 1/4. Second place to Watson, Noble, and Noble at 51 1/4. Sean Toon in third place in the Prairie Rattler division at 46 inches, and Mayhew and Sell take home the fourth place prize, 44 1/2 inches. That was all of the Prairie Rattlers that we're going to have on display today. Now we move on to the second phase of the category of the contest, which is the Oklahoma division of the Rattlesnake Hunt. All of these snakes, Oklahoma rattlesnakes. Oklahoma snakes are all caught, or all supposed to be caught, in the gyprock. So these are Oklahoma gyprock rattlesnakes. Watson, Noble, and Noble have their first entry in the Oklahoma Gyprock Rattlesnake Division, in the final measurement 59.5 inches for your first in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division. The team of Watson, Noble, and Noble setting the bar high for the second category in a row, 59.5 inches, the length to beat. As they prepare for the next entry, we'll talk just a little bit about snake myth and fact.
This is one I measured. Let's see what it gives.
Bradford, Watson, and Bowler in this category. Bradford, Watson, and Bowler, this team. Unheld rumor, myth among the rattlesnake community is that a rattlesnake will always rattle before it strikes. And I can tell you right now, if you believe that, you're very likely to get bit. Rattlesnakes will not always rattle before they strike. We'll explain more about that after we get the measurement here for the team of Bradford, Watson, and Bowler.
Flat now, baby. Come on. 2.5. 3. Come on, baby. Flat now.
It looks like we'll have a new first place entry. The team of Bradford, Watson, and Bowler. 63 inches, the final official measurement. 63 inches for the team of Bradford, Watson, and Bowler. Bradford, Watson, and Bowler move into first place in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division. 63 inches now the length to beat. The team of Watson, Noble, and Noble in second place at 59.5 inches. Cunningham and Mackey, the team next on the board. Cunningham and Mackey. Cunningham and Mackey now on the board in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division. Ooh, we're past 62. Passing 63.
3 3/4.
63 3/4, the official measurement for the team of Cunningham and Mackey. 63 3/4. That'll move them into first place by 3/4 of an inch. Bradford, Watson, and Bowler in second place at 63 inches. Noble, Watson, Noble, and Noble in third place in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division at 59.5 inches in length.
It gets you, Brandon.
Cunningham and Mackey, second entry in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division. Cunningham and Mackey. Now, we just saw a phenomenal specimen offered by this same group reach 63 3/4 inches in length. Let's see if they have the ability to best themselves. Back on the board, and we are besting 63. $63 inches. 64 inches. Still stretching. 64 1/4 inches. That will move the team of Cunningham and Mackey into first place, besting their own entry of 63 3/4. 64 1/4 inches, the new length to beat by the team of Cunningham and Mackey. The next team up on the board will be the team of Bouse and Kaywood. Gentle little thing, isn't he?
He's a little fishy.
You guys will notice as that mouth opens, the fangs on a rattlesnake are detractable, and as that jaw hinges open up to 180 degrees, you'll see those fangs protrude, and occasionally you'll even see a little venom begin to drip. This one seems to be in a particularly good mood today. The team of Bouse and Kaywood making their way to the measuring mark. Folks, I can tell you from here, it's a good one.
66.5.
Passing 66 and a half. 67. 67 and a quarter, your final tally for the team of Bouse and Kaywood, and that'll move them into first place in the Oklahoma Rattlesnake Division. 67 and 1/4 inches, now the mark to beat from the team of Bouse and Kaywood. Followed in second and third place by the team of Cunningham and Mackey. 64 and a quarter for the first entry of Cunningham and Mackey. 63 3/4 for the second entry of Cunningham and Mackey. 67 and a quarter, though, now the mark to beat. Second entry from the team of Bouse and Kaywood on its way to the measuring table. Still in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division, another entry from the team of Bouse and Kaywood, 67 and 1/4 inches, now the mark to beat. Ladies and gentlemen, you should just be in awe of the technique of our expert snake handlers here today. Passing 68 inches, we're going to have a new first place entry. 68 and 1/2 inches for the team of Bouse and Kaywood. They'll move themselves into first place, beating out themselves. 68 and 1/2 inches, the final tally on the second snake for the team of Bouse and Kaywood. They secure first place with that, 68 and 1/2 inches. 67 and a quarter, Bouse and Kaywood in second place. 64 and a quarter, the team of Cunningham and Mackey right now holding on to third. This next entry from the team of Meek and Redgate. The team of Meek and Redgate coming to the tape.
Rattle.
We're passing 65 inches. Passing 66 inches, 68 and a half, the tail to beat.
67
67 inches so far.
and a half.
67 and a half. And that's where they're going to call it, 67 and a half inches. Good enough to move the team of Meek and Redgate into second place. Meek and Redgate take second place by 1/4 of an inch, 67 and a half, besting the team of Bouse and Kaywood's second place entry at 67 and a quarter. Right now, though, Bouse and Kaywood still in the lead, 68 and a half inches, the mark to beat. This will be the last entry in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division, and it's under the team of Meek and Redgate, 67 and a half inches, the mark to beat. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking for volunteers. What we need is a very, very brave little one to come up for the next stake and help us count the rattles to determine the snake who's going to take home the prize for most rattles on a single rattlesnake. You, young lady, right there in the pink, come on up to the stage. Here in just a second. If you want to make your way over to the stairs and wait just a moment. Another entry from the team of Meek and Redgate looking to beat 68 and 1/2 inches. This is the last entry in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division. We'll see if it'll be Bouse and Kaywood or Meek and Redgate. 68 inches. 68 and a half. Are we going to get any more? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion in the Oklahoma Gyprock Divisions. Meek and Redgate, 69 and 1/2 inches, the final official tally, and that will be your first place snake in the Oklahoma Gyprock Division, 69 and 1/2 inches for the team of Meek and Redgate. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Desiree. She's 9 years old from Edmond, Oklahoma. And she is so brave today, she's going to help us count rattles on these rattlesnakes to determine which snake has the most rattles here in the contest today. Here we go, Desiree. They're going to lay the snake down up here on the board. Come on over. Let's count them out loud, can we?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
20 and a button on the first entry in the most rattles for the Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup. That'll be the only entry in the most rattles. I think some of the other guys saw that one and knew there was no way. So 20 and a button will take home the prize, and that also is the team of Meek and Redgate. 20 and a button takes home the award today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another round of applause for Desiree. I can tell you right now, that is absolute bravery. Desiree, wave to everybody. Thank you so much for your assistance today, Desiree. 20 and a button. The winner by the team of Meek and Redgate in the most rattles on a rattlesnake this year at the Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup. Ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the measuring tape, we've got the open division in Western Diamondback rattlesnakes. Our entries for the open division all submitted under a single team, so what we're going to be doing is going for length right here. It's all Meek and Redgate snakes, and we'll see just what kind of specimens they were able to bring to the open division here in the Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup. While our professionals are organizing the entries, we'll give you guys just a tidbit more information about these rattlesnakes. If you'll notice, as they begin to handle them, you'll see that tongue flicking in and out of the mouth. It's actually a forked tongue. As it comes out, it points in two different directions, and that is a highly adapted hunting trait of the rattlesnake. That tongue actually picks up innate gases and molecules out of the air. When the tongue retracts back into the mouth, there's an organ in there that it touches that indicates to the snake just what's out in front of it. It can distinguish the difference between predator, prey, mate, different objects and things like that, all by flicking that tongue in and out. Again, it's a highly adapted hunting trait of the diamondback rattlesnake. We talked earlier about the myth that snakes only rattle before they strike, and we've been telling the crowd today that that's not actually true. A lot of times a snake will strike with no warning whatsoever. You see, rattlesnakes do not have external ears. In fact, the way that the snake hears is through vibration on the ground. So big things like cattle, horses, things that would pose a trampling threat to the snake, they can easily hear coming. But small children and even women and men walking on softer things like sand, which is so prevalent out here in Winoka, Oklahoma, a lot of times you'll walk up and surprise a snake, and trust me, when you surprise one, the very first thing you're going to get is an invitation to see the inside of his mouth. So they may strike at any point in time, rattle or not. The open division of the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt, the first team submission from Meek and Redgate. And guys, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's already passing 72 inches on the board. .5 inches long, the first snake in the open division at the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt. 72.5 inches in length. That's the longest snake we've seen today. The team of Meek and Redgate with that submission. Here we go, second entry in the open division at the Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup. First submission from the team of Meek and Redgate, 72.5 inches long, and right there you can see those retractable things as they go to work. Nose to the edge of the board, tail to the end of the tape. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice Jared Cunningham patting the snakes right there. That's a shiatsu massage technique. He's available for appointment after the measuring contest.
Come on, Jared.
Passing 70 inches. Now passing 71. 71.5 inches in length for the team of Meek and Redgate in their second submission in the open division. 72.5 the mark to beat, 71.5 their second entry. Entry number 3 in the open division of the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt, another Meek and Redgate snake. 72 1/2 inches, the length to beat. Stretched out over 71, over 72.
73 1/2. Yeah, 74.
74 inches, a new first place entry in the open division at the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt. 74 inches from tip to tail on that submission from Meek and Redgate. 74 inches. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to stick around after the last snake is measured. We've got a couple of drawings to give away courtesy of the Winoka Masonic Lodge, so you're not going to want to miss that. Great prizes to be given out to the crowd today immediately following our snake measuring. This will be our 4th entry in the open division of the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt. Another snake by the team of Meek and Redgate. 74 inches now the length to beat. We're passing 73. He's fighting every inch of it.
They were what, 5?
Yeah.
No, you didn't have that much left.
76 inches. We'll have another first place entry. Now passing 77. 77 1/2 and still reaching. 78 inches. 78 1/2 inches in length. The team of Meek and Redgate moves again into first place. 78 1/2 inches in length out of that monster. Now, all of you guys up here to the front, we want to remind you that earlier today we did have one crawl off of the stage. We think he's down among the crowd, so no, I'm just joking. If that actually happened, we wouldn't tell you. 78 1/2 inches, the longest measurement for the team of Meek and Redgate in the open division here at the Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup. 78 1/2 inches. My, what a snake. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have another volunteer from one of our young ones, we're going to draw for the winner of the Rattlesnake Rug. You right there, young man, come on up.
Get her down, Jeb. Jerry.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, too, it's my esteemed pleasure to introduce you to Miss Katie Blair, 15-year-old daughter of Nikki and Daryl Gates. Katie is our 2013 Miss Snake Hunt Queen here in Winoka, Oklahoma. This is the first year that the Saddle Club has brought back the Snake Hunt Queen since 1958. Our last Snake Hunt Queen was Mary Lou Williams Harmon, and that was again in 1958, a tradition that's now been continued again here in 2013. Let's have a hand for Katie. Let's welcome R.J. Webster from Edmond, Oklahoma, down in Winoka, Oklahoma for the Rattlesnake Hunt. R.J. is going to draw out the winner of our Rattlesnake Rug being displayed by our Snake Hunt Queen, Katie. All right, R.J., pick a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have Mr. Dusty Seeger to the stage. Dusty's going to take home this beautiful Rattlesnake Rug being displayed by our Rattlesnake Queen, Katie Blair. Dusty Seeger, winner of the Rattlesnake Rug, and here he comes out of the back. Dusty, I think they want a speech. You're going to need to come on up here. Congratulations, Dusty. You got a place for this picked out?
I'll find one.
Dusty Seeger, winner of the Rattlesnake Rug. Now, Dusty, you need to model that. We're going to have to get some pictures. There we go. Sid and Doris Smiley. Mr. Sid Smiley, if you're out there, we would like you to come up to the stage, please. And Doris. Ladies and gentlemen, the first award to be given away by Katie today will be the first place award. My goodness, that's loud. In the longest Gyp Rock Rattlesnake 2013 at the 67th Annual Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup. This trophy given in honor of Sid and Doris Smiley. If you guys will welcome Sid and Doris to the stage with a nice round of applause, we'll get some pictures with our first place award for the longest Gyp Rock Rattlesnake. That award will be given to the team of Meek, and Redgate for their entry 69 1/2 inches long in this year's Winoka Rattlesnake Roundup, Oklahoma Gyp Rock Snake Division. Making their way to the stage, the team of Meek, and Redgate to collect their first place hardware in the Oklahoma Gyp Rock Division. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the representatives, Meek, and Redgate. Let's have a round of applause for the first place entry in the Oklahoma Gyp Rock Rattlesnake Division, 69 1/2 inches long. The team of Meek, and Redgate. Guys, we're going to have some pictures taken with the snake as they prepare to bring out that first place specimen, 69 1/2 inches long in the Oklahoma Gyp Rock Division by the team of Meek, and Redgate. Ladies and gentlemen, while we pose with pictures with this year's winning entry in the Oklahoma Gyp Rock Division, the team of Meek, and Redgate, I want to remind you to take your time getting inside the Winoka Saddle Club. That's where we've got rattlesnake meat for sale and also some great things to look at while you're in there. One of the highlight attractions of the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt, the wall on the far side of the room. You'll notice a bunch of plaques up there with a diamondback pattern on them. That's actually the Wall of Fangs, and that right there is a plaque for everybody that's been bitten over the course of time here in the Winoka Rattlesnake Hunt. And we mentioned earlier, Mr. John Noble, we're going to have a new submission to the Wall of Fangs this year as he got nipped on the finger just Saturday. So be sure and check out those plaques. Hopefully it's something you'll never join. A round of applause while we get ready up here for Mr. Sean Toon, the maker of our fine set of snake catchers. If you're looking to get your own, right up here to the left hand, what would be the crowd's right hand side of the stage is Sean. You can talk to him about getting your own lifetime warranted set of snake catchers.